The following live special presentation is from Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And good evening, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this September 26, 2022. It is Game 6 between the Toronto Blue Jays and California Angels on a nice day. In Toronto, 59 degrees, the wind's blowing in from right center at 2. So it should be a calming experience for both teams. If you're looking for a silver lining as a Blue Jay fan, who won the first 3 games of the series and have lost the last 2, home teams, run by me, are 7-3 in these 1985 playoffs. Toronto won both of their home playoff games. St. Louis took 3 out of 3 from the Dodgers at home. So, really, it's still advantage Toronto. They lost their first 2 chances. They get a third. It will be Garth Org, by the way, will play third base. That's the one change from the last time that the Blue Jays faced a lefty, and it will be a bullpen game for Toronto as Jim Clancy can only throw about 90 pitches. California, they're going back to Reggie Jackson as a DH and Juan Benitez in right field. That gives them a little more flexibility if we want to put Rupert Jones in later in the game. Ron Romanek, who started Game 2, gets a start in this one in Game 6. If we do get to a Game 7, it's Mike Witt for California and Johnny Holstaff for Toronto. Now, no panicking and no backseat driving here. We're literally trying to do the best that we can here. So that's the setup for you. California and Toronto. Game 6 of this best-of-7 series. The Blue Jays, despite the last 2 games, can still put this away now. And if they can't, Game 7, 8 o'clock Eastern, tomorrow night. If you're ready, so am I. Let's light this candle, shall we? As Retro Sports Network presents the 1985 American League Championship Series. Tonight, from Exhibition Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, it's Game 6 between the California Angels and the Toronto Blue Jays. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, and wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it'll be Jim Clancy. With the ball in hand, he should go about 6 innings, I would think. He made 23 starts on the replay. He went 5-7 overall. 2 starts against California, not terrible, but didn't get a win. 11 1/3, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned. He walked 4, struck out 4. 0-2 against the Angels with a .397 earned run average. He started about 17 years ago, October 3rd, so he's on 13 days rest, a no decision, 4 2/3 against the Tigers. 132 innings. He must have been hurt because he only made the 23 starts. 110 hits, 58 runs, 53 earned. He allowed 13 homers. Good contact pitcher, 40 walks, 68 strikeouts. Again, not many decisions in his 23 starts, just 12 at 5-7 with a .361 ERA. Mr. Howard's on the road. Hopefully he'll be with us tomorrow at noon Eastern for Game 6 of the Cardinals and the Dodgers. Jim is 30 years old, a fly ball plus pitcher. Fastball tops out at 85. Here's how the Angels will line up for Game 6. Gary Pettis leads off in center field. Rod Carew, hoping this is not the end of his career, at first will bat second. Brian Downing in left will bat third. Reggie Jackson back as a DH tonight. Doesn't really want to run around on that hard artificial surface here in Toronto. He is the DH cleaning up. Doug DeCinces will bat 5th and play 3rd. Bobby Grich, who hopes to be the Grich that stole the pennant, at 2nd will bat 6th. Juan Beniquez in right will bat 7th. Dick Schofield at short goes 8th. Bob Boone behind the plate 9th. And Ron Romanic on the mound for the Angels on full rest. So with all that, Gary Pettis digs in 4 for 19 on the series, 211 with 2 stolen bases and an RBI. Thank you, Dave. And so we start Game 6 with ball 4. It's not what the Blue Jays needed at all. Brings up Rod Carew, who has had a magnificent series. 7 for 16. That's a .438 average and 2 RBI. Clancy throws to Upshaw, and Pettis is back. It'll be Bell a 5 and a 5 in left, Mosby a 5 and a 4 in center, Barfield an 8 and a 10 in right. Org and Mullenix, by the way, are pretty much the same range. They're both 3, so Org gets the call tonight. Tony Fernandez an 8 at short, Damaso Garcia a 4 at second, Upshaw a 6 at first. Witt a 6 and a 3 behind the plate. Clancy's a 7 on the mound with a .955 fielding percentage. Blue Jays pitch out. Pettis on his way to second. Throw to Fernandez. And Gary's out. It worked. It goes 2-6, 1 out. And nobody on for Carew, who's also walked 5 times in this series. Clancy's pitch popped up left side. It'll be Garth Org on a rainmaker. Pop up, 2 out. So here's Downing. He hit better in California than he did in Toronto. 5 for 16, 313 with 6 RBI. Cat waking up, starting to walk around. Clancy winds and deals, and Downing sends this one into right center. Barfield makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. The caught stealing is costly. Ron Romanic heading to the mound. No score here in Game 6. So Romanic is 25 years old. He was the Game 2 starter. 4 2/3, 66 pitches, 7 hits, 5 runs all earned. Whiplash to 3 homers in the loss. Now here is the Toronto lineup for Game 6. Damaso Garcia leads off at second base. Lloyd Mosby in center will bat second. George Bell in left goes third. Willie Upshaw back at first base. Doesn't he look like Fred McGriff? But it really is Willie Upshaw. Jesse Barfield in right, batting 5th. Ernie Witt behind the plate goes 6th. Garth Org at third will bat 7th. Rance Mullenix, if needed, off the bench. Al Oliver, hoping to go to the World Series, I think for the first time, unless he was with the Pirates in '71. He's a DH batting 8th. Tony Fernandez at short will bat 9th. And Jim Clancy, who knows what you did, is on the mound in this one for Toronto. Defensively for the Angels, Brian Downing a 7 and a 3 in left. Gary Pettis a 9 and a 9 in center. Juan Beniquez a 3 and a 9 in right. Doug DeCinces a 5 at third. Schofield a 7 at short. Bobby Grich an 8 at second. Rod Carew a 4 at first. They're hoping to extend his career one more day at least. Bob Boone a 6 and an 8 behind the plate. Romanic is a 3 on the mound with a .966 fielding percentage. Big Dave hoping to pop some champagne in about an hour. Garcia 6 for 22 in the championship series with 2 doubles and 4 RBI. Now, just a point of order for you. I almost started Don Sutton tonight, and then I looked at when the Angels got him, and he wasn't eligible. They didn't get him till September 10th. He pitched him to the playoffs, but really shouldn't have even pitched game 1. So Romantic instead gets a start. He's on full rest. Pitch to Garcia, and Damaso hits a ground ball to Carew, and Rod's not going to play it. It hit off the heel of his glove, and that's an error. And so the Angels make the boo-boo already. So here's Mosby. Lloyd hitting .400 in this ALCS, 8 for 20. 3 doubles, a triple, and 5 RBI. Throw to first, Garcia back. For our hockey fans, you have to be on the roster by September 1st, or you're not eligible to play in the playoffs. So Sutton is watching from Anaheim. Mosby, ground ball to short, should be 2. Schofield to Gritch for 1. Bobby pivots, throws to first, and it will be 2. So 2 out. Nobody on for George Bell. 263, 2 homers, and 7 RBI. Romanic's pitch. Bell, little small ground ball. Schofield well in front of second base. Throws to Carew, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. The error does not hurt. After 1, no score. So here's Reggie, 4 for 17 on the series, with 2 runs scored and 3 walks. 235. And it's a pretty tense crowd here in Toronto. Very, very quiet. Much like Elmer Fudd, instead of hunting for wabbits, they're hunting for pennants. Pitch to Reggie. Walked him. Second walk for Clancy. Here's to Sensei. Doug has not had a good ALCS. 3 for 19. He did homer and is driven in 2. Reggie is tied to first base from the stretch. Struck him out. Got him on an 0-2 fastball at the knees for strike 3. Here's Bobby Gritch, 222, a homer, and 2 RBI. 4 for 18 on the ALCS. It'll be Game 6 of the Dodgers and Cardinals from Los Angeles tomorrow. Oral Hershiser going for the Dodgers, and I forgot who I said was going for the Cardinals. I think it's Joaquin Andujar, I think. And St. Louis leads in that 3-2. Toronto leads here 3-2. Pitch to Gritch. Fly ball left field. Bell coming in. 2 out. Reggie goes back to first. So here's Beniquez. Just didn't really work out for Rupert Jones. 5 for 15 for Juan on the series with 2 RBI. Hitting .333. Clancy's pitch. Beniquez into left center field. Back goes Mosby. Way back there. Off the wall. Reggie will round third. Mosby has it. And Reggie will score without a throw. And the Angels go up in Game 6. 1-0. So work for Beniquez. He's got the RBI double. Here's Schofield, 1 for 13 with an RBI. And so the Angels, because the Red Sox in 2004 are 19 years away, are trying to be the first team in Major League history to come from 3 down to win a series 4-3. Schofield, liner to Garcia, and that will retire the side. Reggie scores on the Beniquez double. Inning and a half in the books, 1-0 Angels. So Upshaw, Barfield, and Witt to face Romantic. Upshaw, 6 for 14, double, triple homer, and is driven in 2. Romantic starts the second. Line drive to Gritch, 1 out. So here's Barfield. Jesse has just not gotten anything going. He's 3 for 20. That's hitting .150. with an RBI. Romanic's pitch. Line drive, right side, and foul. Somebody from Rochester, New York made that catch. So the count is 2-2 to Barfield. Into shallow right center. In comes Pettis. Rides the Schwinn. Makes the catch. A diving, sliding catch on the artificial surface. 2 out. And so here's Ernie Witt, 4 for 19. He has 2 solo homers in this series. Not this time. Romanek got him. Swung on and missed. And that will retire the side. After 2, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Angels. How you doing, Bernie? It's the Angels 1, the Jays nothing. So Boone, who was 4 for 16 with a double, and an RBI, will start the third. Clancy winds and deals. That's a line drive right field. Barfield picks it up on a hop. And every time the Angels put on a runner, Toronto just tenses up even more. Pettis walked his first time up, opening 9 for Clancy. 37 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Got him. 2-2 fastball swung on and missed. 1 out. And with Boone's speed, now you're hoping for a double play. Startled the cat when I said that. So Carew is 0 for 1. Ground ball to Upshaw. They might get 2. Willie goes to Fernandez for 1. Tony's will not throw to first or throw late. Yeah, they'll throw as late. And so they erase Boone on the 3-6 fielder's choice. 2 out for Brian Downing, who is 0 for 1 today. Line drive left field. That's going to rattle around the corner. Carew could score on this. Bell goes to fish it out. That's off the wall. Carew will round third and score, and the Angels are up 2-0. And here is Reggie. Reggie walked and scored in the second. Like a dress on prom night, it's starting to become all undone for the Blue Jays. Pitch to Reggie. Base hit right field. That's going to rattle around for extras. Downing will score. Reggie will hold at second. And it's 3-0 California. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So Clancy says, I'm fine. Dennis Lamp starting to loosen here. Still a lot of baseball left, but ouch indeed. Here's DeCinces. He struck out his first time up. That's in the left, but foul and out of play. And someone from Hamilton made that catch. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. Got him. So that was a fastball on the outside corner, and that'll do it. But Clancy's thrown 61 pitches through 3. That's just not going to get it done. Angels get 2 on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 California. So if you're a Blue Jay fan, it's time to tighten up lace up those boots and go get him. Garth Org went 2 for 5 in the ALCS, a solo homer. And that was good enough that he gets the call instead of Rance Melnick's here in Game 6. Romanek starts the third with a fly ball to right. Beniquez, 1 out. Here's Oliver. Al at .333, 5 for 15, 2 homers and 4 RBI. To third, DeCinces comes in, hard throw across the way to Carew, and Oliver beat it out on the bang-banger, and that's the first hit for the Jays. So that'll bring up Tony Fernandez, who's had a good series. 6 for 18, 3 doubles, and 2 RBI. Liner right to Schofield, and that'll take care of it. The throw to first, and they double off Oliver. Ouch. Ouch. 6-3 on the DP. No runs, a hit, and the Blue Jays make the boo-boo after 3-0 California. Need to get some offense going, but yeah, Lamp had a career year in '85, but he would be next. Clancy, even if he calms down, isn't going to go more than 5. Rich is 0 for 1. Jim starts the 4th with a rope into right field, and Barfield will pick it up. Remember, this is the first year of the best of 7 in the ALCS. Last year, Toronto would have swept their way to the World Series. Not this year. Here's Beniquez. He doubled and drove in a run. In the left center, Mosby trucking over, and Lloyd makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Again, 3 runs isn't impossible. We're only in the 4th. Schofield's 0 for 1. Left field. Bell. 2 out. And Grich goes back to first. So here's Boone. He singled. It really comes down to, if this goes to Game 7, in Game 4, Bob Boone, late in the ball game, beat out an infield single. Just one of those kind of improbable things that does happen every once in a while, and it kept an inning alive for California, and they were able to take advantage. Pitch to Boone, into left field, Bell in the corner. George reaching into foul territory, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So it remains a 3-run game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Bottom of the 4th here in Toronto, 3-0 California. So Romanek his opening 9 on 38 pitches. 3 innings, a hit, and a strikeout. Garcia is 0 for 1. Al Oliver, the only one with a hit for the Jays. That's a ground ball base hit. Pettis will pick it up. So Garcia hit it in the hole over the bag at second. And that'll bring up Lloyd Mosby, who is 0 for 1. Popped up. Boone. Back to the screen. Can't get there. So an 0-2 count. Lloyd has some power. Blue Jays could just use something, anything to get the momentum kicked back their way. That will do it. Ground ball, base hit, left side. Downing will pick it up. Garcia will hold at second. DeCinces should have made the play, and that'll bring up George Bell. Well, if you want someone with some power up, you got it. Romanek in Game 2, if you remember, allowed 3 homers. Nobody out, bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Angels. Romanek delivers, and Bell sends this one into left. Downing won't even really have to move, 1 out. Garcia tags, and will try for third. The throw just goes in the infield. And so the Jays have runners on the corners and 1 out for Upshaw. Willie is 0 for 1. You don't need 3 with one swing of the bat, but Garcia scoring would be big. That was another thing, I believe, in Game 4. Bell was on third with 1 out and couldn't score. Romanic's pitch. That should score Garcia. Pettis moving over. Makes the catch. Garcia has wheels, and Damaso is going to score without a throw. So it's 3-1 California with 2 out. Both teams will take that. And here's Barfield, who needs to do something. 0 for 1 today. 3 for 21 on the ALCS. Romanic throws to first, and Mosby's back. Witt on deck. Pitch to Barfield. Walked him. Well, that's something. And so it's first and second for Witt, who struck out. And we'll keep an eye on the outcome box for Romanic. No more tomorrows for California unless they win today and tomorrow. Pitch to Witt. Line drive, right field. That's going to be a single, and they are loaded, or is Mosby going to try and score? Mosby will score. It's 3-2. So first and second and 2 out. And here's Ord, who is 0 for 1. And so now California starts to stir in the pen. Pitch to Org. Base hit left center field. Downing will pick it up. Barfield, was he going to try and score? He rounds third and will score, and we are tied at 3. So the Jays get it all back. 3 runs, 5 hits for both teams. And so here's Oliver. He singled his first time up. First and second, 2 out. Ground ball to Schofield. Over to first. And that'll do it. But the Blue Jays have got 3. They have tied this ball game. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Clancy maybe another inning after 4, 3-3. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool can see there is something, and I forget the next line. That's player, right? So here's Pettis. He's walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Clancy, 18 batters, 4 innings, 5 hits. Lamp, ready to go. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. And you just can't live without Dave Stieb. Jimmy Key was not ready. He will probably start Game 7 if it goes, but it really is Johnny Holstaff. Pitch to Pettis. Gary pops it up. Fernandez. That's a rainmaker. Tony's got it. 1 out. So here's Carew, who was 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored. Right? Yeah. That was in the 3rd. Base hit right field. Barfield will pick it up. So it'll be Downing. Bryan RBI double. Carew on first. Blue Jays looking for 2. In a 3-3 ball game in the 5th. Witt goes out to talk to Clancy. Jim winds and deals. Struck him out. That's 4 for Jim. Got him swinging, and then I'll bring up Reggie. Reggie has walked and doubled and drove in his first run of the series. Angels 3, Jays 3. Series 3-2, Toronto, top of the 5th, Game 6. Pitch from Clancy. There goes Carew. The throw down to Fernandez, and they got him. Carew trying to take advantage and is thrown out trying to steal. And halfway through game number 6, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. It's the Blue Jays 3, the Angels 3. Apparently Brad is looking for a timeout. So if you join us late, here is how we got here. California, a Juan Beniquez double in the second to score Reggie Jackson to make it 1-0. In the third, Brian Downing doubled home Carew. Reggie Jackson doubled home Downing to make it 3-0. Then the Blue Jays storm back. Kind of like the way that fans leave, you know, whatever you call that, Great American Ballpark in the middle of a Reds game. Willie Upshaw sacked fly to make it 3-1. Ernie Witt singled home Lloyd Mosby to make it 3-2. Then Garth Org singled home Barfield to tie the ball game at 3 because my computer cheats. Apparently Jake DeGrom surrendered 5 runs for the first time in 4 years the other night. Who are the Mets playing? And somehow I was trying to get blamed for that. By the way, Bradley, I am 7-3 as the home manager in these playoffs. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, Romantic, 4 innings, 5 hits. Clancy, 5 innings, 6 hits. No, the seats, by the way, have unscrewed themselves. They're leaving the ballpark. Now, I've had Blue Jay stuff ready for a while. So that's how we got here. Fernandez 0 for 1 as we start the bottom of the 5th, Garcia and Mosby. This isn't the dog pound in Cleveland. At least the Browns won this week. Pitch to Fernandez. Tony swings into shallow right. Beniquez coming in. 1 out. If there is a Game 7, it's the primetime spot tomorrow in our last doubleheader of the year. Garcia is 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. Romantic, 4 1/3 for 18 batters, 74. Yeah, I think they did that at the old place, Brad. 4 1/3, 5 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. They tore up the seats and threw them on the field in that final game ever at the original Dog Pound, because the Indians had moved to the Jake. Bill Belichick was the coach of the Browns that year. Pitch to Garcia. Damaso hits a liner into left. That's a base hit. He'll take a wide turnaround first. And I'll bring up Mosby 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. Both teams now have 6 hits. Pitch to Lloyd. Chopper up the middle, should be 2. Schofield to Gritch for 1. Bobby turns and throws to first, and they got him. So a 6-4-3 double play, and that'll end the inning. So Clancy will get till he gets a base runner. Angels hold tough. No runs, a hit, no errors after 5-3-3. So Reggie, who was at the plate when Carew was thrown out trying to steal second. It's important to be aggressive, but you don't want to be that aggressive. So Clancy winds and deals, and Reggie walks for DeCinces, who was struck out twice. Base hit left field. Bell will cut it off. DeCinces digging for 2, and he's in there. So out comes Clancy. In comes Lamp. If only Vinny had the benefit of a missed tuck rule, the Browns could have had a dynasty. Anyway, so here comes Lamp. was second and third. They'll pitch to Grich because Beniquez is the hot hand. Mr. Scotch Tape Mustache is 33 years old. Fastball at 87. A ground ball double plus pitcher. Went an inning and 2/3 in Game 5, or Game 4, and that 5-2 loss. 40 pitches, 3 hits, and 3 strikeouts. If he walks Grich, they're not going to mind too much. There's still nobody out. Grich 1 for 2 with a single. So Lamps ball game now. Grich with a ground ball to first. Upshaw will take the shore out. And it's 4-3 California. So here's Beniquez. And they will walk him to face Schofield, who's 0 for 2 and 1 for 15 on the championship series. So the Angels have taken the lead again. 4-3. Lamp, there goes Beniquez. That's the right move. The throw down is going to be no, stolen base. So Beniquez is on second. And now they're going to play him in. California trying to force a Game 7. Up the box, Fernandez by the mound throws to first, and Schofield's retired. So they're back now. You notice I never play the infield in, but you got it there. 1 run is fine. But Boone might ice this one away. No, I don't think, no. The Mets forced a Game 6 in Atlanta in '99 when they were down 3-0. But the Braves won that Game 6. At one point I saw the stat for that. It was like 85% of the series that gets pushed to a Game 5 and in 5. But give the Angels credit, they were home. Boone 1 for 2. Base hit left field. DeCinces scores. Beniquez rounds third. And we'll try it. Bell trying to get the out. 6-3 California. And so here's Pettis. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. So Bob Boone, the big hit here in the 6th inning. That's a chopper to third. Org. Long throw to first, and that will retire the side. Wow. 3 runs on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th again. The Angels lead 6-3. So Bell, Upshaw, and Barfield. Romanic's numbers aren't pretty, but the Angels have doubled the Jays here so far in Game 6. Pitch to Bell, who's 0 for 2. That's a fly ball, left center field. Back goes Pettis. Gary tracks it down, 1 out. I'm sure that all of your coworkers are watching, Brad, and we'll tell you who won Masked Singer. Here's Willie Upshaw. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Romanek deals. Ball 4. So here's Barfield, who's 0 for 1. Romanek is strong if we need to. it would be Lugo, would be the long reliever. Moore is at full strength. Holland if needed. But at this point, it would be Lugo and Moore. One out, Upshaw on first. Romantic from the stretch. Barfield. They're not going to get two here. Schofield, they might not even get one. They won't. So that was just a scooter that no one could get to. Really? Your coworkers watch my stuff? That's cool. And that'll do it for Romantic. It'll be Lugo. People want to know about the nerd stuff you're into. Okay, well that's cool. Aw, thank you, my friend. So, Lugo, 23 years old, a fastball pitcher at 88. He has pitched in both the losses. So, he pitched in Game 1 and Game 3. And so, 5 2/3 on the series. 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And so now, with 1 out in the 6th, the job is to carry this over to Donnie Moore to slam the door for Game 7. Witt is 1 for 2. He has singled, struck out, and driven in a run. He is, by the way, the tying run. Chopper over the mound. Schofield, what's he going to do? He throws to first, and they got Witt. So Barfield and Upshaw move up 90 for Ord, who has an RBI single. 2 out, 6-3, bottom of the 6th. The Blue Jays just need something here. Lugo delivers into right. Beniquez, and Lugo does the job. They do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 6, California is 9 outs from forcing a Game 7. 6-3. So it'll be Carew, Downing, and Jackson. Rod 1 for 3 with a single. Lamp starts the 7th. Strike 3. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe Boone. Boone had the infield single in Game 4, and he drove in 2 here in Game 6. Downing has a double tonight. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. And a strikeout. Into right. Barfield. Way back there, and Jesse makes the catch on the track. 2 out. So here's Reggie. He has walked twice and doubled. And there's a line drive into right. Barfield will pick it up. And Reggie is having himself a night. DeCinces has doubled and struck out twice. He's 1 for 3. Gets away from Witt, and Jackson moves to second. So a 3-1 count to DeCinces. Lamp's pitch. Bees hit left field. Reggie rounds third. Willie. And scores. And it's 7-3. California. Wow. Here's Gritch. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. 7 runs, 10 hits and an error, and they have stranded 4. The Jays, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and they have stranded 4. And that hot dog slid straight into the bun. Pitch to Grich. Fly ball, right field, in the corner. And it's foul. The Jays have a secret weapon in Game 7. Gene Mock, I thought it would show up today. It still may yet. Although the second time through the rotation, the Angels have pitched much better. McCaskill threw a gem in Game 4. Candelaria and Holland held the Jays in Game 5. And there's always Donnie Moore for sure. And here we are in Game 6, and Romanek is in line for the win, I think. Pitch to Grich. Chopper over the mound. Garcia has to hurry over to Upshaw. Stretch time 7-3. Angels. So Oliver, Fernandez, and Garcia to face Lugo here in the 7th. Al is 1 for 2 with a single. Chopper, a hard one to Grich. Throws it to Lugo, 1 out. So here's Fernandez. Tony is 0 for 2. Donnie Moore loosening for the Angels. Liner left field, extra bases. Fernandez is going to get 2 of this at least. Downing runs over to get it. DeCinces should have had it. And they'll take the double. You're not going to run yourself out. With the lead, you might try it, but don't run yourself out. So here's Garcia. He is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and scored. The Jays have 8 hits. Pitch from Lugo. Base hit right field. Fernandez will round third. Beniquez has a cannon. And so it's first and third, 1 out. And now you got to bring him in. So Donnie Moore in to slam the door for 8 outs. He has a save in this series. 31 years old. Fastball 88, a ground ball plus pitcher. He could use a double play right now. He threw in all 3 games in Anaheim. 4 innings on the series, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walk and 4 strikeouts. He got a 6-out save in Game 4. And a ground ball now is what the Angels are hoping for. Mosby 1 for 3, single, a run scored. Pitch to Lloyd. Struck him out. So a 2-2 curve on the black, 2 out for Bell. George is 0 for 3. Ground ball to Schofield. He will throw to Grich, and Moore gets out of it. 10 pitches to get the 2 outs, and the Blue Jays don't score. No runs. 2 hits and no errors. After 7, it's 7-3 California. So Beniquez, Schofield, and Boone Juan is 1 for 2. An RBI double. A stolen base. He's stolen 2 on the series. He stole 4 on the real season. To Garth. Long throw across the way. 1 out. It's almost been like a light switch here. The first 3 games of this series were all Toronto all the time. Here's Schofield. He's 0 for 3. Lamp's pitch. Base hit right field. The 11th hit for California. And here's Boone. 2 for 3 today. 6 for 19 on the series. Throw to first. Schofield back. Pitch out. Nobody moving. The 1-0. Might be 2. Garcia. Fernandez for 1. No throw to first. So Boone's on 2 out. For Pettis, who is 0 for 3. With a walk and a strikeout. So Lamp has allowed the 2 runs in 2 2/3. Got him. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Angels are 6 outs away from the most improbable Game 7 in Major League history. 7-3. So Upshaw 0 for 1 with a walk. I guess you go with the same lineup for Toronto. They've hit, except for Barfield. But Barfield has a run and a hit tonight. Pitch to Willie. Ground ball, base hit, left side. Upshaw, a long look around, but will hold. And here's the aforementioned Barfield. Jesse 1 for 2, a walk and a run scored. Only Bell has not reached base tonight for the Blue Jays. But yet they trail 7-3 with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Ground ball to third. To Sensei to Grich for 1. Bobby throws to first and they turn it. 5-4-3. I mean, Dave, what else could I have done here? Here's Witt 1 for 3. So Moore has 4 outs on 16 pitches. Not only are they trying to get him through essentially an 8-out save here, but he's going to have stuff in the tank for Game 7 if the Blue Jays don't come back. Struck him out, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a double play, no errors. We go to the 9th here in Toronto. It's 7-3, California. So here's Carew. He is 1 for 4. A strikeout, a single, and a run scored. Chopper to Garcia. Damaso throws to first. 1 out. For Downing, Brian has a double. 1 for 4 tonight. How you doing, Matt? Brian has struck out. Pitch from Lamp. In the right. Barfield. 2 out. It'll be Org, Oliver, and Fernandez in the 9th. At 10 hits tonight, the Candelaria and Holland did the job in Game 5, and McCaskill pitched very well in Game 4. I mean, the Angels' pitching has done well. It's not how I would have thought this one would have gone 7. Here's Reggie. They've yet to retire him tonight. He has singled, doubled, and walked twice. Doing well, thanks, Matt. Reggie swings, ground ball to first. Upshaw to the bag, and that will retire the side. Well, Wow, they're going to... Now, do I overrule the computer here? Moore has thrown 22 pitches. They need 3 outs. They have a 4-run... You would want Moore in to pitch tonight, wouldn't you? I mean, the rest of the Angels' pen is Poopy City. So Moore, who's gone an inning and 2/3. Yeah, you play today's game. You got to win this. Yeah, I don't understand the computer's logic, although looking at the outcome box, I can see it. Org 1 for 3. He has singled and driven in a run. Jays need 4 to tie and 5 to go to the World Series. Pitch to Org. Left field. Downing in the corner. 1 out. For Oliver, who was 1 for 3. 7 runs, 11 hits, and error for California. They've left on 6. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Jays. They have left on 6. Oliver pops it up. Schofield. Almost giddy as he gets that ball, 2 out. So the last chance for the Jays tonight starts with Tony Fernandez. They got 3 in the 4th to tie this game at 3. The Angels got 3 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th. And win the ball game. The Angels have forced it. There will be a Game 7 in this American League Championship Series. Oh my goodness. They have stunned the Jays 7-3. Seven runs, 11 hits, and an error for California. They left on 6. The Jays, 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and they left on 6. Romantic gets the win. Lugo and Moore went 3 2/3 of 3-hit ball. Clancy takes the loss. 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He had minus stuff. He walked 3 and struck out 4. Lamp, Clancy could have thrown 100. He threw 93. Lamp, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. So pretty much you've used Lamp and Clancy. And the Angels have done something that has never been done in a best-of-7 in baseball. They have forced a Game 7 after being down 3-0. And it was the Angel pen that did it. As a team, the Angels' ERA is 5.19. The Blue Jays at 3.98. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, Toronto would have swept. They had 1-3. Yeah. And that's what we were saying back in '85 as well. Well, you know, under the old rules. So let's take a look at who our starters will be for Game 7. Mike Witt and 140 pitches. You got McCaskill, you got Clyburn, you got Moore, you got Lugo, you got Holland. The Angels are loaded for bear. Ron Romantic, what a job, huh? And Dave Steeb. Steeb and Key. And so it'll be Steeb and Witt for the pennant tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. We'll talk to you then. Good night, everybody. Dodgers Cardinals at noon tomorrow.